So here's a quick look at some figures I've been working on. It's really easy to see who these people are, and at least I hope so. For me personally, as I sent this picture to someone, just of my Mezco collection, and the first thing that they said was, "Are these Two-Face goons from Batman Forever?" And I said, "Yes, yes, they are." They have all the piercings, and I based it on some of the screenshots of the movie, but it's quite difficult to get a hold of if they change it out and all the clothing. So I figured it should be the biker look. They needed to have the piercings, they needed to have the color, they needed to be like a little bit bigger, a little bit slimmer with the closed jacket, like no body showing, and just some simple hoodies and different pairs of boots. So it would be random enough and believable, and that's what really worked. So I used I think this is a Loki body from Muff Toys. I believe it is. I purchased a Tommy Lee Jones head sculpt, and I purchased a Jim Carrey. What movie is that from? It's from a certain movie where his expression is exactly like that, but it happens to be a really good expression of Edward Nygma as well. And yeah, I am working on Two-Face and the Riddler as well. There are head sculpts coming in for that. Here you can see a well, sneak peek. It doesn't really matter, but you get the idea. Two-Face, and obviously we haven't seen much of him, so he's just in a black suit, and then it's basically just the way the tailoring is, which makes it work for me personally. So they were good enough to paint. I think they look realistic enough. I mean, of the colors and the eyes. So really happy with that. Then I have Two-Face, and then I also have this in the works. Obviously, this is the Riddler. I'm having at the moment. I'm waiting for actually the suit, the suit jacket, and the head sculpts to be able to finish that one and then repaint the boots. And for now, this is a Mezco Two-Face like placeholder. I first wanted to customize this one, but it's not worth it to me anymore. So I'm requesting all of these suits to be made by hand by someone, and that's really it. I'm gonna invest more per figure, so I don't have to try things, because customizing is really expensive, especially if you don't know what sizes of the certain clothes you need to get or what size head sculpts you need to get. So yeah, for my particular collection, I really like these Two-Face figures, and the only thing I'm really bummed out about is that we don't really have Batman figures in this scale. So the only thing that's left to do for me now is to actually think that Michael Keaton is the only one in this Batman verse, before we got Christian Bale, because just collect all these villains like Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy, and I hope they make Bane somewhere in the future, or that has to be a Muff Toys Atom body, perhaps. And Mr. Freeze is a little bit bigger for the McFarlane Build-A-Figure, so I'll put him in there as well. So yeah, let's see if Penguin fits in here. So obviously Penguin is a little bit smaller, so we put these Two-Face thugs away to the back, and then we have the Riddler here. And then this is Mr. Freeze, if he's in frame. That's Mr. Freeze, obviously bigger, but not too much, considering he's in this big robot suit. And then we have the Joker as well. That's on a Mezco body. I will pull the camera away a little bit so you can see it, hopefully a little bit better. Then we have the Mezco Keaton, which actually turns out to be a really perfect figure for, I think, this scaling. And something I'm working on as well is, which is going to be this. And then we have this Joker. And then I do need to be wearing these berets. And it's all unfinished, so you can just tell, like, that's obviously a Joker, so that's too smiley for my personal liking. It's too recognizable, so it needs to be a different head sculpt. So here you see a lot of these customs that I'm working on for this particular verse, the Keaton verse, let's say. and it's coming along quite nicely. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it because, yeah, a lot of things haven't come in yet, but I think it's nice to share some progress on these types of figures, and especially because I've never seen people actually make Edward Nygma and Harvey Dent. And that's also because this is the Rich Man body, and I used some Moon Knight hands, and I painted those black because that makes it look like leather gloves with a nice glossy finish. And that's basically it, I think. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the Batman first characters, and it's all like on a like standstill right now, just because I'm waiting on projects to, well, actually come in materials wise, and then be able to finish them. So nothing is like really close to being finished. Some things do require a little work, but I want to, as soon as I have something, I want to finish it all the way. So for now, that's Batman Forever. Then after that, I will try to finish that Mime Gang, basically. And yeah, that's it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And let me know what you think.